Hi, this is Morgan Philpott, and I'm supporting Tim Aalders in Utah's 3rd Congressional District. For the longest time, we've had politicians tell us that now is the time to act, and it is time to do this, and you know what, honestly, it's past time. They've had a lot of opportunity to curb spending, to lower the debt, to reduce the deficit, to improve our economy and the GDP, and our congressman hasn't done it. And neither has really anybody in Washington, D.C. right now, and Tim Aalders is a good voice to go back there and start saying no. A principled man who I think will stand up for Utahns and stand up for Utah's autonomy and will represent our voice well in Congress. That's why I support Tim Aalders for the United States Congress in Utah's 3rd District.
I am excited to be standing here in front of all you delegates serving in the Republican Party. I wish this was under different circumstances so that I could look each of you in the eyes and shake your hand. Utah's convention system is special. It allows neighbors and communities to select people they trust to vet the candidates. This is why I adamantly oppose SB 54. This election cycle, I have spoken of the oath of office given to every elected official. This is sacred to me and many others such as yourself. It is meant to protect the liberties and freedoms granted to us from God and protected by our Constitution. Far too often that oath means nothing to those creating our laws. Continually, laws are enacted to increase our debt to our posterity, violate our liberties, and remove freedom. America is great because of our republic. It is because of our form of government other nations and those within America itself have sought to tear down our country. They call us a democracy or outright ask for socialism. My opponent, Congressman Curtis, has voted for legislation extending provisions of the Patriot Act that violates our First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. Curtis admitted he did not research the Patriot Act or even read it, but relied on the fact that others were voting for it. While watching his town halls, that's the argument he used for many votes that violate our Constitution. Our current representative also voted for the Equal Rights Amendment after admitting he had plenty of time to research the upcoming vote. We have witnessed how courts in Connecticut and New Mexico have used it in rulings to justify abortion up until birth. Couple that with his votes to grant amnesty to illegals and the vote on the Antiquities Act that militarizes our national parks? Does this sound like the conservative Republican he promised to be? The answer is no. We need to hold him accountable today on those crucial votes. I am a lifelong Republican. Contrast that with my opponent, who left the Republican Party to become chair of the Democrat Party in Utah County, and he ran as a Democrat for Utah Senate. As your congressman, here's what I will do in my first 100 days in office. I will fight alongside President Trump to get our nation back to economic prosperity. I will fight liberal Democrats who are using a worldwide crisis to enact failed social policies. Ensure that the Second Amendment is defended at all costs with no exceptions. Protect the unborn and the pro-life platform of the Republican Party. Stop wasting taxpayers' money by ending Congress's reckless spending and bring our nation back to long-term fiscal health. I will continue to read upcoming legislation and communicate with you what I am learning about upcoming bills so you can have the say you deserve in our government. I will require all legislation to be constitutional and not put our nation in any more debt. I will aspire to get on the Oversight Committee so I can help check overreaching agencies, which many politicians have promised but failed to deliver. I love our Constitution and believed it was framed by divine inspiration. Like our founding fathers, I will sacrifice everything to preserve it. I have always stood firm and immovable on the conservative principles that made this country great. My name is Tim Aalders, and I am asking for your vote to finally give you the representation you want in Congress. Thank you.